Sosa, first day in pads. How'd everything go today?
It was a pretty good day. You could tell that he was getting to a couple of us, but it was still overall a pretty good day. Defense has some good takeaways. Offense made some good plays. You know how it goes. So it was a lot of back to back. You know what I'm saying, going head to head. But it was still overall a good day.
Some of the young guys, how they jumping into the mix?
You could tell Marcus Miller is definitely rising to the top. He's definitely been going hard. You could tell. You still see flashes in TC and Enoch. But you could definitely tell them three are going to be ready to play on Saturdays.
But Nick Fullwider, he was, I think, working with the second group some today.
Yeah, Nick was working with the second group today. When I think of young guys, I think of like the freshmen, things like that. Yeah. But Nick is a good player. You can tell he's grew since he's been here. Hopefully he wears that 48 like district wise. Hopefully we can get some flashes of that sooner or later.
But he's been primarily a D tackle, hasn't he? Does he still need to add some weight?
He probably can add a little weight, but since he's so tall, his frame can carry so much weight. He's like 6'7", if I'm not mistaken.
You find it interesting that you went from 279 to 296, and then Dorian went from 286 to 261. I think you guys kind of
we probably kind of. I got some of his weight, but nah, it's good. You can tell Dorian DG look nice now. He was already nice, so you take some of that weight off, he get more quickness back. You know, some more plays. You can tell. I expect big things from DG this year.
You said there were some takeaways today at practice. You don't remember who got them?
I remember Catalan got one. I remember Scooter got one. And then I can't remember who got the ones on the opposite field. You know we do two fields now, so we do half and half. So we basically combine the total of takeaways at the end of practice.
Were they interceptions?
Yes, sir, it was interceptions. Scooter got an interception. Catalan got an interception.
You know who rolled?
I cannot remember that.
So talking about today, because those guys had picks the other day.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, them boys racking them up. They racking them up, man. I just needed to transfer over to the Saturdays when it's time to play.
Also, I can't really see now, but is one of your wrists wrapped up?
I keep both of my wrists wrapped up to just protect and make sure I'm good.
How do you feel you guys are going to scrimmage on Saturday? I don't know, they might hold some of you veteran guys out. I don't know. What are you looking for out of the scrimmage?
I'm far from where I need to be, so I understand I'm a veteran, but I still need to perfect my craft. So I'm not upset if I get through in there. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to practice.
From a team standpoint, what are you guys looking for first scrimmage of the camp?
Team, just competition. Defense, basically win a scrimmage. I love the offense. I love those guys, but I'm still a defensive guy, so I'm trying to make sure we make the plays and we win the turnover build.
Where's this defense at year two in Chavis' system?
It's gotten a lot better. You can tell if guys flying around, guys know the defense, guys are more comfortable with the defense. So you can definitely tell people are getting more comfortable with it.
You said Marcus Miller's been catching around. What's he doing that stands out?
Just making plays, being physical. You can tell he's been physical the whole time. You can tell he's learning. He's taking what coach teaches him and putting it onto the field.
Pass rush, just the potential you guys have to get up to the quarterback.
We have a lot of potential to get to the quarterback. We got experience. So you got all of the guys on the ends that can definitely pass rush, and you got the guys on the inside that can definitely pass rush. So when we put that together, I feel like it's going to be a pretty good pass rush this year.
You've played a lot of end. Is that group going to be okay with you moving inside?
Yeah, I think they're going to be great. They got 3 seniors out there. That's why I was able to move inside, because we got those 3 seniors. So I think we're going to be good.
You know what Chad Morse was saying yesterday, it's time for Jamario to show up big time. He's obviously got a lot of size and talent. What do you think about Jamario and what he can do for you guys?
I think Jamario could be great. Just like Jonathan Marshall, he's a freak in the weight room. So now it's just time to apply that freakishness in the weight room and put it onto the field.
What do you like about his game, Jamario's?
Jamario, he's just big and strong. He's faster than he looks. He can beat you with speed or power. So that's what I like about Jamario. He can be either or.
Did you get a snow cone today?
I'm finna go get one. I like Tiger Blood though, so that's what I want to go get when I go out there.
Jamario looks like his arms. I mean, he looks like he's just added a lot of muscle, his calves, everything.
Yeah, Jamario been big. He 2-sport athlete. You know, he been a freak since high school. probably 280, I think, is still dunking. So, yeah, he's a freak.
Is it a last chance kind of thing for him, just putting in a little extra work in the off season?
Probably he put in a lot of extra work during the off season. You could this is senior year, you know, so this basically is the last chance for him.
First day in pads, how'd that go? Full pads.
It was good. Again, like you could tell, he was getting to a couple guys, but it was definitely good to finally get those pads on and get the knocking. We didn't go live. Coach said he wanted to get us acclimated to the pads before we decided to hit and practice with all our pads on, to learn how to practice with all our pads on before we actually started to put guys on the ground.
Have you been able to go up against any of the younger quarterbacks yet, like KJ or the new guys like Nick?
No, I've been able to watch KJ though, and KJ is nice. KJ is nice. KJ can take off at any point. So he's one of those guys where if you give him a rush lane, he can take it and probably go to the house with it. So you got to make sure, like when KJ in the game, you got to make sure like we're on high alert now, that he can at any point he can throw the ball downfield and he also can take off downfield. So he's a true dual threat.
You made some plays first few days of camp.
Made a couple plays. Trying to. Made a couple sacks, made a couple tackles for loss, but I also made some bad plays. Also got out of my gap a couple times. Also, didn't get my hands on the right man on key. Guard blocked down, I didn't look. I kept going with the guard a couple times. So I just got a key again. That's why I'm not upset if I got to practice, because I'm still not perfect yet. I still need to show these guys how to practice and also do the right techniques inside the scheme.
The offensive line, what have you seen from those guys when you go against them?
Those guys working. You can tell they definitely got better. Who I'm thinking about, Shane Clennon. You can tell he's getting so much more technically sound. I hate we lost Noah, but you can tell Shane is getting so much more technically sound.
So Shane's a guy that you typically go
Shane and Ty. Shane and Ty Clary for sure.
How's Ty doing?
Ty's still doing good. He's in that starting position for a reason. You can tell he's taking hold of it and taking charge of the offensive line.
Tell me, you guys basically work nickel in practice, or have you done any dime and stuff? Have you worked any like 3-man fronts and
We
stuff?
definitely work nickel. We've worked 3-man fronts. I don't know if we work dime yet.
Does that put you, if you're in a 3-man front, do you usually go at nose, head up?
Yes, sir. They put me at a 0.
You like that spot? That's a good.
It's cool. It's still inside, so I'm like, it's cool with me.
With the offense, the quarterback's changing and stuff. As a defensive guy, veteran guy, how do you look at the offense and their approach at trying to get better?
Basically just let them get better, but we also got to make sure we're not taking those steps back. So with us being good and keeping our foot on the gas, it's going to make them catch up to us or, fall behind. So it's either a sink or swim type of moment. So I feel like they swimming. So we got to just make sure we keep it competitive. Like sometimes they'll get the best of us. We got to make sure that doesn't happen. It's going to happen, but we got to try to limit the times it happens.